Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I'm sure many of you have no choice. You're at home and you're bored. But thank you very much. It's very nice to connect in this way. And over the past many days, actually, it's been very stressful for many of us. And one of the things that I know really helps me when I feel stressed and I feel a little frustrated, maybe anxious, is to connect with my body. And we know through the yoga practice that when we're connecting with our body, that we stay strong, we stay healthy, and we stay happy. So let's rock out. Sit up tall, take your shoulders back, and close your eyes. As you close your eyes, just soften into yourself. I know for myself, over the past few days, that all of the anxiety and the stress hardens my body. And when the body gets hard, we create this shell around our hearts. And it's so important to create time and space to open yourself back up. There is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy in the world that is still trying to enter into us and to heal us and to help us. So we want to tune into that tonight as we practice. Bring your hands together in prayer pose, Anjali Mudra. When you bring your hands together in prayer pose, you're making a connection to your center, your source, your power. And this power, it is not external, and it cannot be taken from you. So when you are connected to it, there is nothing to fear. And you're watching at home, but let's do a chant together, and wherever you're watching, this chant, it connects us and keeps us unified. Take a deep inhale. Om. Bow your head to your heart. Release your hands, lift your head, open your eyes. Welcome. So let's get rocking. Come to the front of your mat, standing in Tadasana. And as you come to the front of the mat, stand with your feet hip distance apart. Ground to your feet, open to your heart, and just take a breath. Allow your body to settle. On the next inhale, float your arms overhead, reach for the ceiling. And if you're holding any tension in your shoulders or your neck, just soften the shoulders down, create some space, soften your eyes, soften your jaw, and again, take a full breath. On the next exhale, bring your hands to prayer pose, bow forward and touch the ground. And bring your fingertips to the floor. As you bring the fingertips to the floor, relax the back of your neck so your head can get a little bit of a stretch. Tone your legs and start to make your legs a little bit stronger and straighter. On the next inhale, lift and open your chest, half stretch forward, Ardha Uttanasana, and fold in. Take your hands to your hips, take your shoulders back, rise to stand. Float the arms overhead, reach for the ceiling. Take the arms back, and we're just going to create a little space in the heart. As you take the arms back, you start to open up the physical front body. Take a full breath into that space. Really enjoy your body. Enjoy the space that we're creating, moving energy around, getting reconnected, not only with each other, but with ourselves. Bring your hands to prayer pose, bow forward, and touch the ground, Uttanasana, forward fold. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward, and fold in. Take your hands to your hips with an open chest, rise, float the arms overhead, reach up, reach back, strong legs, just explore the space behind you just a little bit. Bring your hands to center, bow forward, touch the ground, Uttanasana, forward fold. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward, and fold in. Take your hands to your hips, take your shoulders back with an open chest, rise. Same breath, take the arms up, take the arms back, lean back and stretch. Come back to center and touch the ground, Uttanasana, forward fold. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward, and step to plank pose. As we step to plank pose, set the feet hip distance apart, hands shoulder width apart, fingers pointing forward, ground to the arms and legs, and then open to the chest. With strong legs, strong arms, you have the freedom to get space inside you. We're going to lower all the way to the floor. Point the toes back, lift the chest up and forward for cobra pose. Oh, that one's a little tight. Reset the feet, push back, downward facing dog. As you push to downward facing dog, take a deep bend in the knees, lift the sitting bones towards the ceiling, and from the back of the heart, push the floor away. Keeping the hips lifted, stretch the legs straight. Step forward to meet your hands, Uttanasana forward, fold feet hip distance apart. Lift and open your chest, half stretch forward, and fold in. Take your hands to your hips with an open chest, rise. Same breath, float the arms up, take the arms back. Come back to center and touch the ground, Uttanasana forward fold. Lift and open your chest, half stretch forward. Step to plank pose. Strong arms and legs open through the heart, and we're going to lower down nice and sweet to the floor. Don't rush it. If you struggle with that, you can bring your knees to the floor. Point the toes straight back. Lift the chest up and forward, cobra pose. And again, right here, just settle into the space of your heart. Big breath here. Oh, nice. Downward facing dog. Well, I did nice. That felt good. I hope it felt good for you too. Bend the knees deep. Lift the sitting bones up. Back of the heart. Push the floor away. Stretch the legs straight. Step forward to meet your hands, Uttanasana. Same breath. Lift and open the chest. Half stretch. And fold in. We'll pick up the tempo a little bit. Hands on the hips. Rise to stand. Float the arms up. Take the arms back. Come back to center and touch the ground. Uttanasana forward fold. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward. Step to plank pose. Strong arms and legs. We're going to lower halfway down, chaturanga. Point the toes, open the chest. Upward facing dog. Push back, downward facing dog. Step forward again, Uttanasana. Lift and open the chest, Ardha Uttanasana, and fold in. Take your hands to your hips with an open chest. Rise, float the arms up, take the arms back. Strong legs, lean back and stretch. Uttanasana, forward fold. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward. Step to plank pose. Strong arms and legs open to the chest. We're going to lower nice and sweet, halfway down. Try to hold it. Untuck the feet, straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Okay. Downward facing dog, push it back. Bring the feet together, bend the knees, and lightly float. Oh, lightly. Uttanasana, Ardha Uttanasana, and fold in. Take your hands to your hips with an open chest, rise to stand. Strong arms, legs, lean back, do something, reach back. Uttanasana, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, half stretch. Step to plank pose. Strong arms and legs open through the heart. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Untuck the feet, straighten the arms. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Feet together. Bend the knees, look forward, lightly hop or step, Uttanasana, Ardha Uttanasana, half stretch, and fold in. Hands to the hips with an open chest, rise, full stretch, one more, reach it up, reach back, lean back and stretch, open the heart, Uttanasana, forward fold. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward, step back, plank pose. Strong arms and legs, open the heart, lower nice and slow, chaturanga. Untuck the feet, straighten the arms. And downward facing dog. Bring the feet together. Bend the knees. Look forward and lightly hop. Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana. Half stretch. And fold in. Take your hands to your hips with an open chest. Rise. Release your hands. Tadasana. Take a moment and just feel how the body is now increasing its heat. Energy is moving. And we're really starting to flush all of those stress hormones. Get them out of your system. And what is left is beautiful space. You have an amazing gift to your body. Never, never forget that. On the next inhale, bend the knees deep, float the arms up, Utkatasana, chair pose. By the way, I hate this pose. But I'm doing it for you. This is all for you. Uttanasana, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, half stretch. Plank pose. Yeah, strong arms and legs. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Oh, that feels good. Down dog, push it back. Feet together, bend the knees. You have the options, step, float, or handstand. Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana, half stretch, and fold in. Utkatasana, chair pose. I throw the handstand in there because you guys are at home, so if you crash, not my problem. Rise, Tadasana. It's good to laugh. Last one, Utkatasana. Bend this one deep. Get low, strong, open the heart. Okay. Bring the hands to prayer pose. Pause. I'm going to cross the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. And use your arms to open the chest. Big breath here. Come back to center, Utkatasana. Legs are starting to burn. Hands in prayer. Don't rush it. Take a twist. Lips closed. Nice, sweet Ujjayi breath. Back to center, Utkatasana. This one's burning. Rise, Tadasana. Take the arms overhead. Reach up. Don't go back, just reach up. Bring your hands to prayer pose, bow forward and touch the ground, Uttanasana, forward fold. Lift and open the chest, half stretch forward. Ardha Uttanasana. Step back, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, step your right foot forward. Come onto fingertips and open through the chest. You want your legs to do most of the weight bearing here, and your fingers are more serving to open the front body. Keep the front body open, strong legs, rise, bring your hands to your hips. With your hands in the hips, open the chest, ground through your legs, and stretch the arms. Now in this crescent pose, we're just going to stay steady here, okay? Arms overhead, strong legs, open heart, steady breath. Bring your hands to prayer pose, pause, and then go for the twist. As you go into the twist, stretch strong through that back leg. Try to use the back leg to give you more space to the front of your body. Now we're going to stay in crescent. Take the arms back to center overhead. Strong legs. This one burns, I know. Good. And step to plank pose. Plank variation 1, hands flat. Some of you guys know where this is going. Variation 2, fingertips. I always go for second variation. Strong arms, strong legs. Now you can stay on fingertips or hands flat. We're going to lower down halfway, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Whoa. And downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward. Come on to fingertips. Open through the heart. Again, just create space. If you find your eyes starting to harden or your jaw, take a breath, relax, and again, go into the space of your heart. Rise, bring your hands to your hips. Float the arms overhead, full crescent. As we bring the hands to prayer pose, we're going to take a controlled twist. Try not to just collapse onto that leg. So you tap into your strength, and that strength is what allows you to get light, to feel free. We're going to go back to crescent, nice and slow, strong legs, steady legs, arms up, heart open, breath sweet. Awesome. Plank pose. You can stay in plank. You can go to dog pose. You can smoke a cigarette. Like, I don't know, I can't see you. I'm going to go to fingertips because it makes me happy. Chaturanga. Up dog. And downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward between your hands, middle of the mat. Turn the back heel down and flat. Come on to fingertips. And again here, right here, what I usually do is I'm using the back foot. I'm grounding the back leg to get a stretch to the outer edge of the back leg. And that just allows for a little bit more mobility in the legs, knees and ankles. Open through the chest. We're going to use the power of the legs to lift us to warrior two. As we come into warrior two, settle into the front leg. We want that front knee tracking straight forward with the foot. Strong arms, strong legs, open heart, sweet eyes. We're going to stretch the front leg straight and bring the right hand to the floor for Trikonasana, triangle pose. As you ground through your legs, we're going to use the power of the legs and the fingertips to actually, on the right hand, to open and rotate the heart into open space. Stretch the left arm up. And every so often, I'm just going back inside, making sure that my eyes are light, my jaw is relaxed, and I'm just in tune with my body. It just makes me feel peaceful with everything that's going on. Take the top arm, we're going to reach it forward, palm face down. Now I love this stretch because it gets into a little bit of the QL, quadratus lumborum, in the lower back. Especially if I stretch out through that back leg, get a nice opening through the hips. I'm one of those people that I hold tension in my hips, my shoulders, my hands, my ears. We're going to go back to warrior two. You ready? This one will burn a little bit, but also feel a little bit of that like sweet pain. Relief, but still hot. Plank pose. Strong arms and legs. Open through the heart. Steady, strong. Now here I just want you to control the breath. Listen to the breath, nice and sweet. Sometimes there's nowhere to go, nothing you can do except for be present with what's happening. And that's what we all have to do right now. It's hard, I know. Open through the chest. Strong breath, you can do it. We're almost there. Downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward, turn the back heel down and flat. Come on to fingertips, open through the heart. And again, I give this pose right here is, we rush it sometimes. I give it always I run a lot, so I have tight legs. I'm told that I have nice legs, I don't know. But nice legs sometimes are tight. Warrior two. Strong arms, strong legs, open heart, sweet eyes, relaxed jaw. Holding poses like this is a reminder that nothing lasts forever. Just feels like it. Straighten the front leg into Trikonasana. Nice and sweet. Oh, this one's tight. I'm going to use, again, my standing leg in the front, my fingertips, and I use leverage on the arm and leg to get that chest open. Then I stretch. Oh, wow, this feels good. Take the top arm, reach it forward, palm face down. Okay, we're going to lift it to warrior two. And again, drop into that sweet, there's a little burn in my outer hip. Strong legs, open heart. Nothing lasts forever. Plank pose. Come into plank pose. Again, strong arms, strong legs. We're going to hold this for a little bit, okay? I'm going to come on to fingertips. This is something I like to work in my own practice. And right now, I'm just gazing at the floor, allowing my eyes to get soft. I can feel my arms burning. I can feel my legs burning. I can feel things are uncomfortable. But there's a lighter space inside of me. I try to connect to that. That's where my heart is. That's where my spirit is. And I just breathe from that space. Wow, feels good. Reset the hands, push back, downward facing dog. Trikonasana, step the right foot forward, turn the back heel down. Take the right hand and fingertips on the inside of the right leg. Take the left arm towards the sky. We're going to just do a little thread, balancing thread off of Trikonasana. Take your left hand to your hip. And just so I stay in the frame, I'm going to slide my foot back. We're going to go into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Take the left arm up. Ardha Chandrasana, you can stay here. Or bend the back knee, grab the back foot, Chapasana. And if you want to challenge your balance, you can one fingertip. You can also stay in Ardha Chandrasana, okay? Or try bending that knee. We're going to bend the right elbow, Chin Mudra. Okay, release the foot. Whoa, downward facing dog. That's a burner. Step the left foot forward. Turn the back heel down and flat. Take the left hand to the inside of the left leg. Take the right arm up. Full, strong stretch to the legs. Yeah, that's it. I'm assuming that you're still with me and not eating a donut on the sofa. That would be cool. You take your right hand to the hip. I'm going to slide my foot back just so I stay on my mat. Take the right leg up, float the right arm. Now this is an option. You can stay here. It's no problem. If you can't touch the floor, bend that knee, the left leg, just bend it until you can touch the floor, okay? Over time, you'll get it straight. Bend the back knee, grab the back foot, Chapasana. This side's a little tight for me. Yeah, you stay here. We can go for the mudra. Great Instagram photo, by the way. Good. Release the hand. Downward facing dog. Whoa. Awesome. I mean, I did awesome. It's good. Celebrate yourself. Whatever you're doing, say, I did a good job. Okay, bring your knees to the floor. Untuck your feet. Sit back on your heels. And I'm going to turn to face you just so I'm facing the camera. And we're just going to bring one hand on top of the other and close the eyes. In every experience, there is an opportunity for growth. And in moments like we are all experiencing right now, there is pressure on us. And that pressure will lead to new creativity, new insights, new connections. So much beauty will arise if we allow and if we work on it. And if you're watching me today and we're here together, that's exactly what you are doing. Bring your left hand onto your chest. Bring your right hand onto your left hand. Take a breath into your body. Take a breath into your body. I like to say to myself quite often, it's okay. You're doing a great job. And you're doing your best. And sometimes the best does not meet your expectations. but it's okay because you're doing your best. Just relax into your heart and know that you're okay. From there, bring your hands to prayer pose. Just bow your head towards your heart. Just give thanks, be grateful. Take a breath and appreciate. Release your hands, lift your head, open your eyes. How you guys doing? You guys still with me? Okay. So we'll do a little hip openers, and then we'll do an inversion, arm balance, that kind of stuff, and keep on rocking. So from downward facing dog, let's start. I like to start with my left shin forward for pigeon. And years ago, I got into bringing the left foot forward when I was teaching because it just reconnected me to the class. You know, people are used to bringing the right foot forward. And so I started doing the left foot as just a little trick for me to kind of tap in and say, okay, am I still watching? Am I still listening? Am I still connected to what I'm doing? So with the left foot forward, we're going to keep the back toes tucked under for now. On your fingertips, ground through the hands, fingertips strong, open through the chest. Now you should feel, when you press your hands and open through the chest, you should feel the stretch in the front of your right hip, just lower belly, all the way through, just probably upper thigh. I can feel mine going all the way through my knee, in fact. So I'm going to ground through the legs, keep the heart open, creating new space now. Open through the breath, open the breath. Now here, try not to fidget. Try not to make it harder or go deeper yet. Just stay here, steady. We're going to keep the left hand on fingertips. We're going to bring the right forearm to the floor. As you ground to the fingertips, ground to your right hand, open your chest to the left. And we're going to pull the outer left hip back. And if I can hold it back, I'm going to use the power of myself holding it to pull forward to the chest and heart. So this is a very simple action, or a simple posture, let's say. But the actions are a little bit more refined. And that refinement helps to open. Good. Reset the hands, push back, downward facing dog. Okay, let's do the other side. Right shin forward. Okay. Left knee down, come on to fingertips. Strong arms, strong legs, open the heart. And even there, I felt myself just fidgeting a little bit because my mind was wandering away. I was doing calculation of time. I'm used to doing that when I teach. Steady, open heart, relaxed eyes, calm eyes, relaxed jaw, space in your heart, nice breath. Bring the left forearm sweetly to the floor. And again, we're going to pull the outer right hip back and use the connection of the hips to move forward through the heart. Now, from running this side is really tight for me. I can feel it really intensely on my hip. And I'm just holding there. Like I don't need to break anything. Actually, I want to break it. But I just want to hold it. I want to stay steady right there where it's the most uncomfortable. But I can still hold it. I can still sustain. And there I try to teach myself to relax. Oh, yeah, just opened. Good enough. Downward facing dog. All right. Okay, so I'm going to just turn to face you. Let's do a little arm balance / inversion. So We're going to do Pinchamayurasana. And I've covered this on a tutorial and a pro tips video on my own channel. Check it out if you want. If not, I'm going to cover the basics here. I'm going to face you first just so that you can see the foundation and see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to turn so that I'm on my mat, and I'll do it facing that way. Okay. So this is a forearm balance, and Pinchamayurasana means peacock feather. And it comes from the shape of the pose. There's a little bit of a curve to it. Now, if we're doing this pose, we're going to do it in stages. When we do it in stages, it's really, really important, especially if you're at home, some of you guys are practicing by yourself, please honor the stage that you're at, you know. As you get stronger, you'll take each stage and go a little bit further, no problem. If you're at home and you've never done this, or you're quite uncertain, or maybe you don't have enough strength yet, please use the wall, okay? If you're using a wall, you're just going to bring your fingertips right to the wall. We're going to be on our forearms, and I'll explain that in a second, okay? Okay, so the foundation, we're going to come to the forearms. When we come to the forearms, we want the arms shoulder distance apart, fingers pointing forward, okay? When we start to go up, the head will stay facing towards the ground, but there will be a tendency for the body to want to collapse forward. You must resist that fall, okay? If you don't resist the fall, you may not be around for the next video. So please resist the fall, okay? I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm talking about. So when I come onto the forearms, I have them shoulder distance apart, fingers pointing forward. But I want the shoulder to stay over the elbow. I don't want to collapse forward at all, okay? Fingers pointing forward, shoulders above the elbow, and then we're going to kick up. So I'm going to move forward on my mat just so I'm in the frame. Forearm down. Right about there, let's say. Okay. When you lift the hips up, you walk the feet forward a little bit, and you're going to already start to feel the intensity of the body wants to collapse forward. Push the arms away, keep the shoulders over the elbows. Stage one, we're going to just lift one leg, and that could just be stage one. Stage two, nice, easy hop. Okay, if you're at the wall, okay, come down, knees to the ground. If you're at the wall, bring your fingertips right to the edge. Imagine this was, edge of my mat was the wall. I would bring my fingertips right there, okay? So that way when I'm kicking up, my foot has an easier time touching the wall. Again, I'm gonna move back. Stage one, hips up. Just hang out here, get strength. Stage two, lift the right leg up. And we're just gonna do a little hop to the wall or vertical, okay? Boom. Boom, boom. Okay. Stage three, we're going to bring right leg up, left leg up to meet, and hold. If you're at the wall, your feet are touching the wall. If you crashed and, broke something, clean that up, and join us in Shavasana. Bring the leg down. Nice and sweet. Okay. Now that's a pose you don't want to rush, okay? That's also a pose that you want to go up with control. You want to feel that you have power, and you want to step into that space with your power. It's not a random, this pose especially is not a pose that you want to throw your energy randomly into the sky and pray for the best, okay? So, all right, we're going to do it one more time. Come to your forearms. And if you have somebody at home that you're practicing with, you guys can take turns just supporting each other from the hips, okay? Just watch your head when your partner's kicking up. Forearms down, fingers pointing forward, shoulder above the elbow. So 3 points there. Hips up. I'm going to go all the way up. You can go stage 1, 2, or 3. Take the feet up. We're on one leg up. Nice, easy hop. Whoop-ah. Both legs come up. Awesome. You want an extra little challenge. We're going to bring the head through, bring it neutral. This one's really hard to balance, okay? Strong arms and legs. Stay centered. If you're at home, working on stages, no problem. And bring it down. So I know there's many levels of people that are going to be practicing with us all over the world, and I want to just offer something playful and fun for everybody to work with. All right, downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, step the right foot forward. Come onto fingertips, bring the left knee to the floor. Open the heart. It's like a little runner's lunge. We're going to place the left hand flat. Take the right hand to the hip. Open the chest to the right. Lift the back foot up. We're going to take hold of the foot and just do a nice, sweet thigh stretch. So I like to hold the foot from the inside because when I take my shoulder back, I can use my hand to keep the heel in line with the knee. If I hold from the outside, tight shoulders can pull the foot in. Ooh, that even cramped my hamstring. So just hold from the inside, shoulders back, heart open. Stage one is here. Nice, sweet. If you're struggling, just stay here, it's no problem. If you can't grab the foot, you can even keep the foot on the ground. You can use a strap, a towel. Stage two, we're going to bring the forearm to the ground. A nice, open heart. Again, create rotation, create space. Oh, that feels good. And release. Okay. Let's switch to the other side. Step the left foot forward. Place the right knee down. Get fingertips, open heart. Nice, easy. You'll already start to feel this in the right thigh. Place the right hand flat. Take your left hand to your hip. Open the chest towards the left. Pause for a round of breath. Nice and sweet. No rush. Feels good. Lift the back foot up. Take a thigh stretch. This is my running leg side that gets tight from running. Yeah, I feel this one. Stage one, you can stay here or with the foot on the ground, no problem. Bring the forearms down. Right forearm down, sorry. Oh, yeah, it feels good. Just do a nice, sweet lift through my heart now. I'm letting tension go with my breath. Nice. Oh, that felt good. Come back to center. And release, downward facing dog. Okay. I want to do a little shoulder stand. It's not something, I've been teaching a lot of my classes actually, but it's something, it'd be a nice little thing in our video today. So for shoulder stand, I'm going to move forward a little bit on mat just so my shoulders are mid-frame. Cool. Oop, oh, forgot about my mic. Okay, I think that's going to be okay. Okay. So there's a couple of options. Usually I go into shoulder stand from halasana, which is just taking the feet over. But a very sweet way if you struggle with that or if you have tight legs, maybe your body's not so open in the back or shoulders. You can also use your hands to bring your knees towards your chest. Lift the butt off the floor and just take the hands to the lower back. Okay. And you want to root the back of your head down so that the cervical spine, the back of your neck, stays lifted and it's not collapsing towards the floor. Stage one is here. Stage two, I'm just trying to go find a place with my mic so I can put my hands, stretch the legs up. Okay. Now here I start to root the shoulders back. I'm still working the back of the head so that I keep my shoulder girdle as well as my neck steady, safe, and strong. You can see, look, well, don't look, but I'm going to tell you, my feet are active, my legs are toned. This is helping to regulate the blood flow, okay? So stage one, stage two, you can stay here. Stage three, we're going to bring one foot back, ekapada. And as that right foot touches the floor on toe tips, I'm giving a strong lift and stretch to the left leg. So the left leg is maintaining integrity. And then we're going to switch. Left leg goes back, right leg reaches. Legs up, strong legs, Good. We can go to halasana, both legs back, legs straight, or you can bend the knees, no problem. Good. Release your hands to the floor. Bend the knees to your chest, and then just release your feet to the floor. Nice and sweet. Take a breath. Come back to your body and just appreciate. We are very lucky, very blessed. Okay. Just come onto your forearms. This is one of my favorite thigh stretch. It's quite intense for me on my right side, but it feels pretty good. So we're going to stay on forearms. Okay. We're going to roll to the right. And then we're just going to take the left hand and hook the left foot around the side of the body. And the right leg, it just stays knee bent. If this is really intense for you, or if the knee is staying lifted and it's really a struggle to get it grounding, just lean to the right. Just stay leaning to the right. And this is still going to be a very sweet thigh stretch. We're stretching out the rectus femoris through here. Okay. Good, and for some of you, you're leaning, you stay here, forearms stay here, no problem. And we can also go to Supta Ekapada. That's pretty intense. If you want a little bit extra juice, bring that right knee in. Whoa. Those of you who want more juice, you can open the right knee to the right and bring the knee towards your shoulder. I don't usually juice to this level. My thighs are pretty tight. But I'm juicing for you guys. I think juicing has something to do with doing drugs or something. I'm juicing for you guys. Good. All right, come back to center. That's enough juicing. I'm going to roll to the right, bring the foot forward, and just say a little prayer, silent prayer. Okay, come back onto forearms. Good. All right. Lean to the left. We're going to use the right hand, hook the foot around. Nice and sweet. Okay. Wow, this one's pretty intense for me. So I'm actually going to stay here. Okay. So stage one, you can lean to the left here a little bit. Stage two, come back to center. That's pretty intense. I can feel that right in my hip. It's really tight. Okay. Those of you guys, stage three, lay back. You can bring the knee towards your chest. Open the knee a little bit to the side. Yeah, that's opening for me a little bit. I'm going to go to Supta. Wow, that's intense. I'm going to try bringing the knee in. I haven't done this in a while. I'm doing this all for you. I'm doing it for you. This is all for you. I love you. I love you so much. And they say that love isn't, love hurts, yes. Okay. All right, bring the feet forward. Oh. All right, come on to your back. Nice and sweet. Chill for a moment. Okay. So I'm going to do a couple of stages. We'll go into some back bends. Do a couple of stages so everybody has something to work with. Main thing is, as we go up, please try to stay up in whatever stage you're doing, okay? So we're just going to build the heat up a little bit. We're going to increase the intensity just a little bit, but I just want you to stay with it. Try not to come down, okay? If you struggle for a stage, if we move forward to a stage you can't get to, it's no problem. Just do the one that you can do. So we're just going to start old school bridge pose. Elbows bent to the side, robot arm style, hands open, strong. Using the power of your arms to root back, to open the chest, ground through the heels, lift the hips. Okay, cool. Now here, I'm creating space in my heart. This is huge. Through stress, all day long, anxiety, we tighten the front body, we close up, and we want to reconnect to that inner space. And soften your eyes into a smile as you do this. Yeah, it feels good. Big breaths, big, beautiful, sweet breaths. Really stretch those lungs. Work them out so they're strong. Stay strong. Awesome. And release. Ah, felt good. Okay. So you can do that again, no problem. The next stage back, we're going to go into full Urdhva Dhanurasana, okay? So I'm going to talk you through it, and you can work with this, or you can go back to that stage, or you can even struggling at any stage is also good, because that's where you grow. That's where you start to expand yourself, okay? So we're going to place the hands alongside the ears, palms down, and you want the hands just slightly wider than the shoulders. This is going to give you space. For the first one, I'm going to move my feet away from my butt just a little bit to give my lower back space once I go up, okay? Before I go up, I'm just taking a breath, softening my space, the space in my heart, just reconnecting to myself, just reappreciating everything that I have in my life, this moment, this studio, this community, those of you who are watching. So blessed. Lift the hips up. Come on to the top of your head. Good. Open through the chest and then go up. Oh, feet are slipping just a little bit. Ground through the legs. If you struggle here, you can lift the heels to give you more space. And now I'm pressing through my legs to get my chest open. Strong arms, strong legs. We're almost there. Don't come down. Even if you're in bridge pose, stay up. And release. All right. As you come down, arms to the side, shoulders back. Just relax the heart. Just reconnect. Close your eyes. And one of the things that I've always noticed about back bends is that when I really push my back bend and I come down, I feel this intense rush, almost the same feeling as fear. You know, this was the first time that I realized that fear was just an energy. And energy can be guided. You know, we put labels on it and we call it fear. But if we just look at it as energy, we can do amazing things with it. And that's how I really learned that when I'm afraid or when I'm anxious, take a step back, tune into the energy, and see if I can guide that energy into creation, do something beautiful. Or even just sit with it, just observe it. Okay, let's do another one. Place the hands. Now that you feel inspired. Okay, hips up. Top of the head. Ground, open the heart, and go up. Close the lips, breathe deep. 1, 2, 3. Stay up. 4, 5, and release. Cool. Close your eyes. And again, drop in. Yeah, it feels good. I can feel things shifting in me, holding a lot of tension over the past few days. And just opening it up, letting it move, letting it circulate so that it can leave my body. Ooh. Okay, we're going to do one more. You ready? Let's do that. Place the hands. Okay, before we go for this one, just close your eyes and again tune into the space of your heart. And realize that anything you're struggling through, the universe is putting pressure on you to grow. And may we use all of our struggles to expand and to move into a new place and space within ourselves. Okay, open your eyes. Take a breath. Lift the hips. Come on to the top of your head. Open the chest and go up. Hold it. Strong arms, strong legs. Pump the heart open. Hold the space. Use your legs. Get your heart open. Hold the space. And release. Whoa, yeah. Close the eyes. Relax the arms to the side. Just feel the energy moving. Get nice and sweet. Start to roll your knees towards your chest. You can turn to your side and use your hands to lift you to a seated position. And, cool. Okay. Stretch both legs forward just for a moment. I like to use my hands when I come out of back bends. My back bends are not super deep. So when I go into deep back bends, my lower back gets really tight. So when I come out, all the muscles in the low back, the psoas muscle, inner hip muscles, those are all binding. It's pretty intense. So I use my hands to lift out of my lower back, create some space in the low back, and just soften here. We're going to go into Janu Shirsasana. So bend the left knee first. Bring the left knee, open it to the side. There's many stages. If this is really tight for you, you can bring the knee forward. It's not a problem. To get it a little bit more into the outer hip as well as the lower back, you can take the knee back just a little bit. Okay? And if the knee starts to lift when you go back, then it's going too far. Even if you bring it in a little bit, if the knee's lifting, you can put something under the knee. It's not a problem, okay? Open the knee. And if this is already pretty intense for you, you can use your hands just to open the heart and lift forward. If you can go deeper, we're going to fold forward. I go forward on my fingertips first, just to maintain, again, the lift, open space of the heart and front body. Take a full breath, and then moving with the exhale, cross the left hand over and fold in. Now, as I cross the left hand over, I don't go into the twist towards the side body. My chest stays facing down. And I'm using the left hand crossing over to get more length to the whole outer left side of my body. Fold in. And this is the moment. I'm staying active here, okay? This is definitely a grounding moment, restorative moment, but it's an active restore. It's not a passive collapse. You can say it would be the equivalent of coming down by parachute, power and control, versus free fall. You ever have those moments where you think, fuck, I'm clever? I'm sure you do. Oh, there's the release right there. It felt good. Inhale to rise. Wow, that was really good. All right, let's switch legs. Okay. So this one I always go into a little bit slow, Again, from running, my knees and hips have been really tight over the past few months. So I don't force anything. I just allow my body to open at its own pace. If it doesn't open, I just modify, adjust. Okay. So again, on fingertips, stage one, just open the heart. This side, you can't see, but the knee's not so open on this side. I'm actually keeping it slightly forward. And on my fingertips, open to the chest, walk forward. Take a moment, pause. I'm going to cross the right hand over. And this one I'm not going to rush. I can't go deep as quickly as I did on the other side. So I'm just pausing. I'm using my breath to slow my body down, staying active, but getting a little bit more grounded. And what I'm waiting for is I'm actually waiting. I'm still active. I'm still strong in my muscles. But I'm waiting for the body to say it's okay to go forward. And you'll feel it. There'll just be a release. And this is part of the meditative process of our practice, is listening to our body. It's speaking to us all the time. We just listen, and there it is. Yeah, it's opening. Feels good. Inhale to rise. Oh, it's beautiful. That's really nice. And we're going to go old school. Let's do some Baddha Konasana. And actually, I'm going to face you just so we can actually see. So what I like to do is I activate my toes. So the inner edges, bottoms of the feet are touching, inner edges of the feet are touching. The toes are drawn back. Now, when you do that, what will typically happen, yes, your knees will rise. They'll get lifted. And that's not a problem, okay? And where the knees are relative to the floor, we don't really care. But what we do care about is getting the front of the body open, keeping the feet active. And as soon as you do this, you're going to feel more intensity through the groins, inner groins. So I use my fingers first. And you'll see me, I move around just a little bit. And what I'm trying to do is get my sitting bones grounded evenly. Okay? And I can feel that there's a little bit of a muscular imbalance in my body, that it's kind of wanting to sway to the open side. It wants to stay away from the side that is tight and say, no, don't look at me, don't look at me. Open through the heart. There. And I can feel it's a challenge to stay on the right sitting bone. Once it's grounded, then I can go forward. Pause. Breath. Full breath. And now I can feel my body working for mobility. Right? There's tension in my hips and low back. There, just released. See, but as soon as I went deeper, it again came back and howled a little bit. Because it wants to, oh, there it goes. Now it's letting go. It wants to know, where are you going? Where are you going? Why are you taking us here? What are you doing? Who's in control? Nobody's in control. What you can't control, let it go. Ooh, hips just opened. Oh, wow. Oh, use your hands, bring you back to center. Wow. Thanks, guys. That was the deepest I've went in that pose on this side in a long time. Oh, feels good. Okay. Ardha Matsyendrasana. We're going to bring the knees together. I will mirror you, so we're going to take this is my left leg, but you're going to bring your right leg because you're probably facing me. You can cross it around. This is your right leg. We're going to step the left foot over, and then we're going to take a twist. So there's a couple of stages. Actually, I'm going to turn to face this way, just so you can see my lower back, okay? So once we take the twist, I'm using my arms to go up. I want to lift out of the lower back. And then I go for the twist. Okay? If I can maintain this, if the lift is possible, then I can go a little bit deeper. Now I'm using both arms again to create lift, rotation, and open heart. Wow, it feels really nice. I don't know if you ever have those moments where you just go, I love yoga. More people should do yoga. Come back to center. Oh, yeah. Woo. Okay, let's switch sides. This would be your left leg, right leg stepping over. Stage 1, just hug the knee, fingertips, and lift up. Stage 2, we can cross the elbow over. And again, using the arms, go up. There's a couple of variations here. You can stretch the arms. I know some people like to do the bind. Whatever your variation you do, you want to maintain lift out of the lower back. You don't want the lumbar spine collapsing backwards. Just for Instagram, you can look over the other shoulder. Only for Instagram, though. This is YouTube. We don't do any of that here. Okay, come back to center. All right. We'll finish symmetrical. Take both legs forward, Paschimottanasana. There's a couple of variations. If you're really struggling, again, hands to the side, chest open, totally cool. The wider you take the legs, the more free the hips and lower back will be, okay? For today, I'm gonna bring my feet together, just create a little bit more stability in the center. And then as we go forward, this is a variation I've been liking a lot in my own practice. And when I'm teaching in class, it's a little bit complicated to explain, so I'll explain it now. I like to cross the forearms, and I'm using my fingers and my hands to hug the shins in towards center. And so once I put weight, I hug the shins in, put weight on the shin bones, then the leg stays steady. And then I can essentially soften a little bit more into that. But the shins are not going to roll out. They're not going to fall apart. So I use my hands to maintain that centered, and then I just fold in. And here I have my eyes closed. I'm just listening to my breath. I'm visualizing light inside my heart. I'm reminding myself that I am beautiful, you are beautiful, there are beautiful things in the world. And just now I was able to go deeper just by feeling and expressing beauty. Such a gift. Inhale to rise. Wow, that was beautiful. Felt really nice. Okay. I'm going to turn to face you. Take a comfortable seated position. We say comfortable, but your body shouldn't be in so much stress to sit upright. Use a block. We have pillows in the studio, bolsters. You can even fold your mat a little bit. So come into a seated position. So this is open Siddhasana. I like to sit like this. We're going to do a little bit of breath work, and then we're going to do some meditation. Okay. So the most important thing, especially right now, is to get your mind calm. And there's a direct relationship between how your breath is working and how much your mind is working. So the movement of the breath is directly related to your nervous system. So we're going to calm that down a little bit. And the way we do it is we're going to really focus on slowing the exhale down. And when we're breathing in yoga, as many of you guys know, we're using ujjayi breath. And ujjayi breath, you can imagine cold winter day, you breathe on a window. Imagine that same sound going in and out. Breathing in. And you want to do that sound with your lips closed, okay? And that becomes the meditation. Now, what we're doing is we're increasing, literally your breath is your life energy. If you stop breathing, your energy stops. And the quality of the breath is directly related to the quality of the energy. So in yoga, we call this prana, okay? And in order to allow the prana to circulate and hold it in our body so it's just not going out into the world and we're not wasting so much of it, we do mudras. And this is chin mudra. We're just going to connect the index finger and the thumb. And we're just creating, in a way, a closed circuit. And when I say closed, I don't mean energetically shut down. I mean just a way of holding your power to yourself, okay? So chin mudra, body open. We're going to keep the chin lifted so that we can float right into meditation, okay? Close your eyes and soften. I'm going to keep my eyes open, and I'm going to be counting. Actually, I close my eyes. I'll be with you guys. So first, just soften, eyes closed, and I want you to visualize and feel space in your heart and chest. And just notice if you're leaning forward or back, try to get your upper bodies right over your sitting bones so that your body is almost balancing on its own. And you should feel a little bit lighter here. And with your lips closed, just notice what your breath is doing right now. And we're going to start to increase the sound of the breath, ujjayi breath. Take a full inhale in. And let's exhale through the mouth. Let's inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lips closed. Exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a beautiful free breath in and exhale from your mouth. And you feel lighter. Stress is leaving you. Inhale in. Exhale from the mouth. One more like that. Inhale in. Exhale out. With the eyes closed, we're just going to stand meditation for a few moments. And as we go into meditation, we're just allowing our inner space to calm down. And we want to create a space that we can see what's going on in the mind. What are the stories we're telling ourselves? And see if we can get a little space and a little distance from those stories to realize that inside, deep inside, we are all okay. So nice and sweet. Make your way to Shavasana. I don't usually do Shavasana in videos, but I think today it's going to be very beautiful to do a Shavasana together. Okay? Come onto your back. Stretch your legs out. I'm going to talk you through Shavasana a little bit. So, what we don't realize sometimes is that Shavasana is one of the most advanced poses in yoga, because it is teaching us to release and let go of our identity of who we are, what we believe, what we think, what we fear, all of that thing that we attach to a person. We just let it go, and we start to tune into this being as just energy. And as we drop inside and we let all of our ideas and beliefs soften, we start to settle into a deeper energy. That's when we truly know that we are all one and that we are all part of a magical universe. And there's freedom in that. There is absolute peace, freedom, and joy in being able to let yourself go. Start to increase your breath. If you need a little bit longer Shavasana, just hit pause, no problem. And then when you're ready to come out, you just hit play and join us. Start to increase your breath, move your fingers and your toes. Nice and sweet, start to move your arms and legs, bend your knees. Take a moment, pause in your back, don't rush it. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Give your legs a gentle hug, appreciation. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for carrying me through all these years, keeping me strong and healthy. Turn to your side, and we're going to use our hands to lift us to a seated position. Bring your left hand onto your chest. Bring your right hand onto your left hand. Just take a moment and feel your body. Be thankful. Be thankful for this gift that you have. The ability to practice yoga, even the ability to be connected in this way. You know, with so many things, it's easy to focus on negative, but we have to tune into the positive. And we have to stay focused on what is beautiful. Bring your hands to prayer pose. Bow your head to your heart. We are all so blessed. Bring your hands to touch your forehead. May the light of our heart illuminate, shine, and light our path. Bring your hands to your lips. May the light of our heart inform our words, our actions in the world. Bring it back to rest at your heart, the source, the beauty. Namaste. There you go. Thank you so much for listening, watching. I really, really appreciate your presence. To all of our students and community at Cihangir Yoga who are usually in this room on Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights with me. I love you so much, and I can't wait to get practicing with you in the studio. And to those of you around the world who are watching and tuning in, I really, really appreciate all of you guys. And let's stay connected, let's share love, let's share beauty, let's stay positive, and of course, stay healthy. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So much love. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.